So this next one is to stretch out the soleus, so the calves and the Achilles tendon here. When I do this, I'm going to try to make sure my feet are flat on the ground. I like to work out my hamstrings at the top. You'll see what I mean in this here movement. So you're going to grab something, anchor here, feet will come about hip distance apart. I'm going to come down and forward, bringing my knees over my toes. See, but I'm keeping my heels down. Butt back up and get a hamstring stretch here. And I like to shift left, shift right to get a good stretch. And back down again. 10 of these. Next move is great if you have plantar fasciitis. I had this for some time, and this was a stretch that someone showed me. Also an Ido Portal move. I like this one to kind of warm up my ankles. So feet together, knees together. I'm going to come forward and down, touching my knees to the ground, and then back up again. 10 of these. Stretch out the ankles. So I'm aiming to keep my toes on the ground while touching my knee to the ground. My heel comes up really high to make this happen. Then I'm going to come back, forward, and around, keeping my toe on the ground, pointing my knee towards my other toe, and then back again. So now we're going to be doing some hip opening exercises. This squat in itself may be very difficult for most of you to do. So practice over time just getting down to this position. If you feel a lot of tension in the thighs, it means that your body is not used to being as low as it's supposed to. Back before we had chairs, this was how we rested. But now we're accustomed to sitting in chairs, which has really shortened up the length of our tendons and such to where we can't squat down to this actually very natural position for primates. So get used to being able to be in this position by just practicing it in the morning. You know, you can just squat down to here, do what you can with it. So the first thing I do here is usually bump this hip out 5 or 10 times. As I do this, I get a stretch in my adductors here. This next move, I'm going to reach with my hand to the sky, and notice there's 3 steps to it, and I'll show you those now. So I'm going to come up 1, 2, my arm extends, 3, it comes back down, and 4, back to starting. Next, we're going to try to bring the crown of the head towards the thumb while keeping our heels down. This will stretch your low back out a little bit. So come down and up. Down, up. Buddha prayer. So I'm going to keep my elbows on my thighs here. When I come down, this is going to stretch out my thighs. Getting a good stretch in the adductors again. Come back up. Out.